Just about anything of his worth making will require a King's Frill, as far as I can remember. And actually, his bowgun is a fairly decent bowgun, at least for low rank. Let's see what the Chief's Son has to say. Okay, so what he's going to say now is that there are great Jaggies available to hunt in the forecast. He's not showing up at all. But in a couple days, I'll be able to start fighting him out in the woods. They're saying they want to restore the fields. Okay, to get that supersized dung, I'm going to show you the forecast. Occasionally you'll see something in the south called herbivore breeding. When you go out into the woods and it says herbivore breeding, go to area, 2, I think? And just keep killing Apinoths. And when you eventually turn in your hunt report, okay, stop talking. Like so. Occasionally in your reward box, you'll get a supersized dung. So just a little FYI. Okay, I'm just going to go right ahead into the next quest. Because why not? I will get Oracle. Even though I do not need it. Or Moxie. Oh, and I need to change my weapon. Oh, just a second. Alright, so it's pretty much tied between hammers and lances, but I think it was just slightly ahead with lances. I guess I could double check now. Alright, I'm going to double check now. Alright, well I had an enormous amount of votes for both hammer and lance. I'm going to side with the hammer, only because if it were to come down to a tie on the forums, which it basically is, I would go to YouTube, and on YouTube everyone wants to see me take him out with a hammer, which I'm fine with, and will actually be significantly easier than the previous quest. So she makes a pretty good point about trying to get yourself to fill in all of your pagers from your hunter notebook, which it doesn't take long. You just have to remind yourself every time you go into a new battle saying, hey, I should probably take down that note, which I'll do this time. And just a little note about capturing monsters as opposed to hunting them. You almost never need to actually kill a monster in a hunt quest. So long as you get it in somehow, it'll count. Conversely, if it says you have to capture a monster, you have to capture it, or it does not count. Normally there are little Triceratops-looking dudes here, but I guess because it's a Jaggy quest, it's just going to be those guys. So because I have the hammer this time, I'm going to make sure to go ahead and drop some meat. So long as you hit the head, you'll be able to get a knockout fairly quickly. Unless he's got his head up in the air like that, which I don't think was intentional on his part. But it did work. Oh no! Yeah, a lot of monsters have this pattern where they'll do an attack, and then they'll slowly turn around to face you. Really learn to take advantage of that. Something I have to be careful of is actually not killing him. Because I just did a lot of damage. And just a little note about stamina damage to monsters again. Oh wow, he's already limping. Hitting them anywhere in the body with a KO attack, whether it's with a hammer or a great sword or a sword and shield, each one of those KO damages to the body will add KO damage to the total amount, and after a certain amount it will reduce their stamina, but taking them closer to the exhaustion level. Alright, so here is my Trap Master skill paying off. The only thing you need to do to capture a monster is hit them with 2 Trank Bombs while they're in a trap. As you saw there, I actually hit them with 1 Trank Bomb a little bit earlier. You can do that. Essentially, Trank is a bit like all the other status ailments in this game in that it is a status, so if you inflict it on them in some way, whether it's through Trank Bombs or Trank Shots, it adds up to the total Trank status amount, and as soon as they head into the trap, they'll fall asleep and you'll capture them. Of course, over time, that Trank damage will go down, so you have to keep hitting them with it in case you actually missed. Or in case you've been taking a while. By the way, that was another King's Frill, so now I have 2 King's Frills. So making any special Jaggy weapons or armor should be pretty easy, considering those are the rarest items that he drops. Alright, so that wraps up the Great Jaggy. Coming up somewhat soon should be the rest of the 3-star quests. I'm going to be taking on a new companion fairly soon, and after that I'll be doing some normal quests, followed in fairly rapid succession of the Qurupeco, Royal Ludroth, and the Baroth. This is Social Dissonance, also known as Shepard, saying good luck and have a good hunt.